So I was in a coma for 9 days, and the longest I think they like to try and leave people in a coma is 5, which is why they were getting a bit concerned, and the brain functionality just wasn't there. Yes, I could definitely hear everything that was going on, and I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. I suppose like the hardest thing for me initially when I first came to the shows, but I wasn't riding, it was very frustrating for me being on the sideline and watching everyone else out riding and having a good time, and seeing the people that I had been competing against that were out going further up the grades, and their horses were going better and they were looking amazing, thinking like, oh, I'm stopped. I'm kind of still back here, and I didn't know when I would be back, back out competing or back doing the things that I loved. And that for me mentally was quite hard. Mentally, I was like, I'm fine. I'm not weaker on one side and there's nothing wrong. I'm fine. And I believe it took me 10 years to actually sit down and go, you know what? I'm not the same. I think being an only child, I didn't have brothers or sisters to talk to or play with. So my animals were my thing to go to. I would go out and ride, or I'd take the dog for a walk, or I'd be annoying the cat and giving it lots of cuddles. I got frustrated, definitely. There was a lot of frustration. There still is a lot of frustration at times when my hands or my legs aren't working as they should. But in my mind, I tend to set my mind on something and I try everything to do it, really. For me to sit down and go like, hang on a minute, how did this affect you and mentally where were you at? It's quite hard because I am just all the time trying to be positive about getting there, because I think if you think negative all the time, it does stop you. When I was 17, I contracted meningitis, which led to me having a series of strokes, and I was left paralysed from the neck down. Being paralysed, I couldn't say a word, and I just remember thinking, I hope they don't think I'm dead, because I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. We've all had it where we get knocked down, and it is really hard, but talking to people and having the right support around you and willing to open up to people really does help. And just don't ever give up on your dreams. The dreams, no matter how crazy they seem, they're never out of reach. You can always try and make them a possibility, even if it's a small one to start with, and then just keep building on that. Because I honestly would have never thought in a million years that I would be here like I am now. I am Louise Duncan, para-equestrian athlete on the New Zealand long list for Tokyo 2021.